So today's lab is AWS IAM. AWS Identity and Access Management is a web service that enables Amazon Web Services AWS customers to manage users and user permission in AWS. With IAM, we can centrally manage user security credentials such as access keys and permission that control which AWS resources users can access. So in the diagram, we can see there is AWS account and there is user 1, user 2, and user 3. And within this account, there is also groups, three groups, EC2 admin, EC2 support, and S3 support. The user 3 is the member of EC2 admin. So the IAM policy is EC2 view, start and stop access, and user 2 is the member of EC2 support group, and the IAM policy for this user is not this user, for this group is EC2 read only access. So this user can do anything, only can read. And for the S3 support group, the users can do S3 read only access, nothing they can do. Only the read only access. So in this lab, we will do exploring pre-created IAM users and groups, expecting IAM policies as applied to the pre-created groups, and following a real-world scenario, adding users to groups with specific capabilities enabled, locating and using the IAM sign-in URL, and experimenting with the effects of policies on service access. So, AWS Identity and Access Management can be used to manage IAM users and access. We can create users and assign them individual security credential, access keys, password, and multi-factor authentication devices. We can manage permission to control which operation a user can perform. And we can do manage IAM roles and their permissions. And IAM roles is similar to user, is that it is an AWS identity with permission policies that determine what the identity can and cannot do in AWS. However, instead of being uh, uniquely associated with one person, a role is intended to be assumable by anyone who needs it. Then we manage federated users and their permissions. We can enable identity federation to allow existing users in our enterprise to access the AWS Management Console to call AWS APIs and to access resources without the need to create an IAM user for each identity. Yes. In this lab, first we will do the explore the users and groups. For this one, we go to the services and we type for IAM. So here is the IAM. Left pan there is users, and 3 users is already created. User 1, user 2, and user 3. So we will user 1 link. So the permission here is displayed. There is no permission right now. Now I will see the groups. The user 1 is not a member of any group right now. Now security credential. Security credential. So this is user 1 console link. So this user has one access key, use access key to send programmatic call AWS CLI, AWS tools for PowerShell, SDKs or direct AWS API calls you can maximize. So it has the console password. This user had the console password. So now we'll go the user groups. There is three groups: EC2 admin, support, and S3 support. EC2 support. There is no user in this group. So here permissions and Amazon EC2 read only permission access only. This tab is here. Here the statement is effect allow action EC2 describe EC2 get security groups for VPC. Resource is all effect allow action elastic collaborate elastic load balancing describe resource all effect allow action CloudWatch list matrix CloudWatch get matrix statistics CloudWatch describe resource all effect allow action auto scaling describe resource all. So in here it says that what is allow and deny permission. Effect is said whatever allow or deny permission. Action here the action is specifies the API calls that can be made against an AWS service. Example here like CloudWatch, list metrics, etc. And resource defines the scope of entities covered by the policy rule. Example is specific Amazon S3 bucket or Amazon EC2 instance, or which means any resource. Like this star means any resources. I will minimize this one. Again, user groups, S3 support, then permission. Then I will expand this one. So here is the policy like effect allow action get all list all describe all resource all. Again we go to the EC2 admin, then permission, then I will expand this permission. So if we think about the business scenario, for the remainder of this lab, we will work with these users and groups to enable permission supporting the following business scenario. The company is growing its use of Amazon Web Services and is using many Amazon EC2 instances and a great deal of Amazon S3 storage. We wish to give access to new staff depending upon their job function. Like user one will give like this one for this picture. User one S3 support, user two EC2 support, and user three EC2 admin. So for this one, The second, we now add users to groups. So user group, S3 support, user tab, add users. So we are searching for user one. So user one, and then add user. So here S3 support, we see the user one is added. Again, we will add user 2 to EC2 support. To EC2 support users, add users, user 2, add users. And then user 3, EC2 admin, user, add users, user 3, so user admin, there is user 3, EC2 support user 2, and S3 support user 1. Now we'll sign in and test the users. Here we'll go to the dashboard, IAM dashboard. This is the sign in. Here the console, and type it. We'll sign in like username is now I log in like user one as user one. So I because user one wants access is only S3 read-only access. So let's search for S3 bucket. This is the S3 bucket. So I tried to upload one file in the S3 bucket, but this is failed because this user has only the permission to read. This user can do anything else without read. Yeah, I can search EC2 instances, instances. So this user can see any instances. There is no permission to see EC2 instances. Now I will sign out, and sign in as user 2. User 2, password, lab, password 2. So the EC2, this user 2 have permission to EC2 support. It can see only EC2 read only access. So it's gonna go through the EC2 instances. Now I am user 2. I log in as a user 2. So can select the lab host. So that can I stop the instance? No, because I have the user 2 has permission only read only. It can do anything with this instance without read. Now I will see it can read the S3 or not, S3 packet. it can't able to create any bucket or can do anything. So now we will log out, sign out, and sign in as user 3. Now I am like user 3. User 3 has permission is administrative permission. User 3 group of EC2 admin. So this user can do EC2 view, start and stop access. So I'll go to the EC2 console, choose the instances, choose the lab host, and try to stop this instance. Stop. Now it shows successfully initiated stopping. So we go through this lab and see the users, how the users are the member of groups, and we can apply policy to the groups. And if the any user is the member of that groups, the user can do imply those policy regarding that group. Thank you so much.